Fashanu, the #2 ranked offensive tackle. He had a 78.8 offensive grade, 14th in the FBS amongst offensive tackles, an 88.4 pass grade, a 70.5 run grade, and he allowed 0 sacks, 0 hits, and 10 hurries this past season. His stats in pass protection are eye-catching, and he is massive at 6'6", 319. This combination will attract a lot of NFL teams, but how good is he as an overall prospect? Is he a complete offensive tackle? Is he worthy of being a top 10 pick? We got to check out the film and break him down trait by trait. First, let's look at his strengths. Absorbing power. Olu is great at stopping power rushes and using his anchor. 2nd and 20 here versus Illinois, facing a wide 9 on this snap. The defender is going to come in with speed and try to convert to power. Olu shows off his fluidity in his 45-degree set. At the point of contact, he's able to keep his balance, keep his feet moving, while he engages his lower body to neutralize the rush and win this rep. Now hand fighting and recovery. 2nd and long again versus a wide edge defender. With Olu's high level of play, defenders know they must get creative against him. So this Iowa edge perfectly times a spin move as the tackle's inside arm extends. Impressive speed, couldn't have done it better. However, Olu uses his big frame, rolls his hips over and keeps his hands engaged and recovers to halt the rush. He immediately reestablishes his inside hand. He is difficult to beat, but you also must deal with his recovery ability. That's why he had 0 pressures allowed. Against Ohio State in 2022, we got to look into how he handles an outside bend. For a big offensive tackle, this could be a weak point. Number 9 on the Buckeyes attacks the hands, chops down the outside arm, and should be able to get into the backfield. But Olu flips his hips, uses his speed and arm length to get in the way of the rush. Super impressive. Not a lot of tackles with that kind of mobility. He's able to win against power and finesse. 2nd and 6 pass play. Edge defender tries to fight the hands this time, but Olu has good, quick hands, which allows him to stuff these kinds of attempts. He swipes the inside arm and then hits the chest play while also attacking the rusher early, keeping him far from the pocket. He didn't finish the play, which we'll get to later, but he got the job done and kept the QB clean. Now looking at hip mobility, we've already touched upon this, but here's another example. Defender tries to swipe the hands and bend around the edge, but Olu has the hip mobility to flip and carry this rush outside. His movement is in perfect unison with his hands. He didn't overcommit in the beginning, allowed the rusher to come to him while he threw out his jabs. This guy's tough to beat. But what stands out in his film is that he lacks finish, and that is an important trait for a top offensive lineman. You want your guys in the trenches to be nasty, tough, and intimidating. It's noticeable in the pass game, but it's very hard to miss in the run game. Against Iowa here, split zone look out of the backfield, line moving left. Since Olu is on the play side, his block is crucial for this play to work. He has solid quickness off the snap, gets his hands on the chest plate, but he has mediocre hand strength, struggles to pop defenders, which allows them to hold on to his block. The left guard and center execute their double team well, but Olu allows his guy to get into the B gap, which forces the running back outside where there are other defenders waiting for him. Plays like this are how you end up with a running grade below 40 other offensive tackles. Later in the Iowa game, his hands become a mess on this running play. Gap run up the middle. Olu doesn't attack the chest plate off the snap. Defender gets the advantage. Olu almost begins the bear hug. The whole time he's allowing this smaller defender to stay in the play. He lacks the ability to drive block effectively. Edge guys in the NFL will easily deal with this kind of showing in the run game. Inside zone to the right, and you'll see more of the same. Olu this time does well to get his hands on the defender, but he lacks power, so instead of moving this Illinois player out of the gap, he allows him to maintain his position, and Penn State only gets a modest gain. Fashanu is not a people mover, and this is an issue with his second level blocking as well. The Illinois outside linebacker on the right side does not rush on this play, so Olu has a free shot to step up to him. The running play is designed to go outside. The linebacker gets fooled and heads inside, but you can see that at the point of attack, Olu lacks aggression and power. The defender seems almost unfazed by the pressure. If Olu seals the edge, this could have been a massive gain. His poor finishing greatly cost his team here. Gap run inside. Fashanu pulls to the play side and is supposed to go through the B gap and take out the safety. He shows off good agility, gets off the line, but once he meets the safety in the hole, he should be relishing in the opportunity to pancake him, but Fashanu whiffs, doesn't get low enough, sideswipes the attack instead of driving through the defender. He struggles to make an impact at the second level. Late in the Illinois game, Fashanu again pulling to the play side. This time he's going to look to double and seal off Jerzon Newton, another top prospect. Good speed in the open field to get to his spot. He has the play side leverage and is in good position to seal off this block, but no pop in his hands. Newton gets off the block and Olu wastes the advantage he had before contact. Overall, Fashanu is a huge man, great in pass protection, has good quickness in his feet, good arm length, looks smooth and balanced in his sets. He knows how to cut off outside rushes and can flip his hips easily to defend bend moves. He can also easily speed up his feet and movement to counter finesse moves. His hands stay active. He consistently reestablishes when he gets beat. His hands and feet work in unison, which allows him to be consistent. Against power rushes, he engages his lower body and can neutralize them. He has a strong anchor. However, he struggles with upper body power. His punches slow down players but don't stop them. He's often playing defense. He's not a tone setter and rarely finishes plays. In the run game, he struggles to move defenders, even at the second level. His play strength against the run is adequate. He's a plus player in pass pro, but won't improve your team's run game or overall grittiness/toughness. For that reason, I would only consider picking him if my team has an established pass-first offense. As far as draft value, I don't have Olu as a top 10 prospect, and I'd be surprised if his stock doesn't drop over the next couple months. I see him probably as a guy that goes in the teens, 20s, but it really depends on how good the other offensive tackle prospects are. So those are my thoughts on Olu Fashanu. Let me know what you think about him in the comments and who you want to see in the next video. That's all from me, and I'm out.